Hi Pisces, welcome to your November 2021 General Tarot reading. It's Raina here. I wanted to film this with higher definition, which means more of a close-up, but I don't think it's going to get in all of the pictures. We'll see. All the cards, I should say. It might. Pick an additional card. This is your card, the Hangman. Okay. Let me take this out so I can actually... The heart of the matter is the Queen of Wands, and this is a card that you can kind of see by the look of the woman. There's that sense of joy, because wands relate to fire, and fire is enthusiasm. So it's like the zest for life, and you see all those little candles, and that just is about light and energy itself. It's also a card that is about, the leadership, but from a more feminine perspective, which means the nurturer. So, for instance, this card can be connected to the working mother, the career mother, and even for males, kind of balancing your parenting with your career so that you're not neglecting one for the other, that kind of thing. And as a leader, being somebody who is very attuned to other people, maybe on an emotional level, the Queen is represented by the element of water. So we have water and fire here, and the wands can be about career objectives and things like that altogether. So in recent years, you've had Saturn in this, and also Jupiter in the 10th house of career in Sagittarius. So you've been dealing with these kinds of hits, these transits to your 10th house, and actually with these eclipses as well. And in December, you're going to have the last of the eclipses. It's going to be a solar eclipse in Sagittarius on December 4th. So you may have been enjoying increased opportunities, Pisces, in career goals, or possibilities for different careers available to you, and success in these things. And this could be even like a leadership role of some sort. In the past position, we have the Page of Swords, and you see that they show a book because it can be connected to things of the intellect, but especially if you're starting some kind of a new course of studies. Pages are the beginning stages of something. And not only that, but the Page of Swords can be about researching. There is an element of the Page of Swords to something connected to investigation. So sometimes I call that the spy card, because it can be if somebody is in a relationship with someone and they have felt that something is off, and they hire a private investigator, or they're just kind of doing their own sleuthing, and maybe they're looking through social media, or trying to find out, okay, is this person seeing somebody else? They just are trying to put two and two together because they're dealing with someone who might be a little bit dishonest in some way. I don't see the other cards necessarily supporting that particular storyline, so I don't know if that's something to really emphasize. The heart of the matter, or the higher message, is the Ace of Pentacles. And this can be a new income stream, money coming to you in some kind of a way like a windfall. Now, yeah, I didn't say this because I hadn't gotten this card yet. So this is more of the Ace of Pentacles. I'm not kind of analyzing it from a literal point of view. It's more of the higher message or the spiritual lesson, if you will. But looking at it in terms of what it represents, I mean, the Queen of Wands, if you had any kind of, now this would be something that already happened, like a mother in particular who passed away, and an inheritance was something that has been I don't know how you would say it. I don't know about fighting, but it's been like among siblings, or just it's something that has come up. It doesn't have to be conflict at all, but that can say that this is a new path for you. Also, the Queen of Wands can indicate confidence, and that can mean that you attract a longtime partner. That could be what the Ace of Pentacles represents. The other thing, in addition to that, is that the Queen of Wands can be this a mentor, somebody that you're studying under, and that person is a great person to emulate because they are coming from a background of having a lot of experience in the area that you're looking to get into. And really with the Page of Swords, I'm seeing, it's kind of relating to course of studies and something that you're undertaking, but sometimes the best way to gain true understanding is to have a mentor who can show you the ropes in real life instead of just learning something from a book. What crosses you is the Four of Swords. Now, if you can see, even if you don't know what this card represents, somebody who is resting, and they have something that looks like a nest, even, which is kind of an interesting type of illustration. And the heart too, which is I don't know exactly why they are choosing to use that symbolism, but I will say that this card is about reflection, doing something. So you could even say like self-care in a sense, but it's more on the mental level. But it can involve rejuvenation of the body too. And if this is in the challenge position, you may not be employing these practices, and you could be doing so in a way that is not nourishing you, and you could risk burnout. Because with the Queen of Wands, if you have undertaken something that is a promotion or anything like that, and you have more responsibility, and you have more, like, when you have more responsibility, even if you're not working more hours, that can energetically deplete you more, Sorry, I'm just looking at this thing. And so you have to be able to take that into account and really give your body what it needs. Yeah, it's funny that I got this one too, because this is the card that I always associate with burnout, the Ten of Wands. This is what's coming in. Be careful about pushing too hard, being too, ambitious, that you take on more than you can chew. This is the beast of burden. That's the ox, I guess. And the person is, has that luggage. I don't know if it is ever connected to travel or anything like that. But what you want to do is, and it's interesting that they're showing going downhill. And that's kind of what they talk about in the law of attraction. Rather than going upstream, you want to do things that make it easier for things to come to you, rather than pushing against the current. And it also means that you are not, so in other words, not trying too hard to accomplish certain things. I picked the Eight of Swords as the outcome, and I picked an additional card. So as the outcome card, the Eight of Swords is about, you can see, I noticed in this particular deck, somebody, reminded me the name of this deck, and I promptly forgot it again. But I noticed that with some of the swords, they have crows when they're the challenging ones, when it's kind of like the vultures or the, which is kind of like the negative thoughts, the conditioning, kind of the world's conditioning, the lower vibration. The Eight of Swords, it's interesting. I guess she's looking in the mirror. So it's trying to show that this is an inside job. That the person is looking in the mirror and she's seeing how she is bound, how she is kept from, how she is not free. And this is in the realm of thought, and that's why they're showing it right around her head. The swords relate to thoughts. And so what is the programming, the negative programming that even if you are doing well, Pisces, that can trip you up? Because one of the things that I learned myself is that sometimes having any kind of success, it can even be on a minor level, but something that is you never thought you could do, or that it came, eventually, you worked very hard for something, and then when it came to you, it's almost like you reject it because it's so threatening from the standpoint of it totally obliterates all the stories you've told yourself. And that's how I would see the Eight of Swords. What is your story? The story, the tale of woe that says, I can't have success. That's a big one. Because I see with the Queen of Wands, that's a form of success. And so being able to negate those stories in a way that is loving to yourself. So the Four of Swords to me is really about self-care, including your mind, and giving yourself permission to rest mentally. And if you have like Mercury in Aquarius, your mind may be, or even like Aries, your mind may be very, very active. And with a Pisces person who has Mercury in Pisces also can be much more meditative, even if they're not officially meditating. But if they have it in those two adjacent signs, there can be much more activity, and that can lead to a person who thinks too much sometimes. Especially with an air sign like Aquarius. But it's important to question your thoughts, not to accept them as reality, and to see that a lot of times these have been put in by somebody else. Somebody else has projected something from their own psyche onto you, trying to get you to believe something about life that really isn't part of who you are. And that's just a projection of themselves. So I picked an additional card, and I got the Hangman. I just love this particular depiction of the Hangman because it's so pretty. And it is connected to Neptune, and I think the reason it is because this is about letting go and letting God. And it's kind of like, not my will, but thy will for me. And the reason that we do this sometimes is because we know that we're in a waiting period, and that's kind of what the Hangman can be, and we can't control everything. And I don't think that the average Pisces individual is a controlling person. However, you're a human being, and there's always that tendency to want a certain outcome. And sometimes you have to allow things to fall into place. So if you've just started a new endeavor and you're very excited about it, allow yourself to enjoy it without getting into that Eight of Swords vibration, which is a lower vibration and is coming from a place of fear of success. And embrace the fact that you are deserving. And if you don't feel it at this moment, then do whatever it takes, whether it's get energy work, energy healing, whether it is EFT, emotional freedom technique tapping, whether it's, and also actually with tapping, they have affirmations that you can say along with them, which might be very good to counter that Eight of Swords negative self-talk. And that can, it's like being afraid of screwing things up, being afraid of shining your light when maybe other people around you don't want you to shine that light. Because if you shine that light, then it shines a light on what they feel they haven't accomplished yet. So we have to be aware that sometimes we're not going to get that support from others because of their own fears and their own feelings of not being worthy. So anyway, I hope that that resonated, Pisces. And if you would like a private reading, I do a lot of astrology readings. I have some specials, which are double readings, like the deep dive reading. You can find out more information at the link below. Take care. Bye.